What's up, guys? I'm Coach Hayes, back inside the 8th Street Gym, and I want to welcome you to another edition of Extra Work Wednesday, powered by Once Upon a Coconut. Now, whether it's in the UFL with our pro football players or right here inside the 8th Street Gym, you might have seen some of our athletes squeezing the life out of one of these bad boys, the Grip Dynamo from Vault. And when our athletes use this, they flat out get after it. They're squeezing it as hard as they can. They're trying to get that number of force as high as possible. They're engaged, it's fun, and most of all, they're competing with their peers, with themselves. But why are we doing it? Why is grip strength something we consistently want to test? What the heck is so important about grip strength? Well, for starters, grip strength can give us really good insight on things like readiness and fatigue. Think about it. If you're tired, under-recovered, worn out, the chances of you coming in setting a PR on grip strength are going to be pretty low. Grip strength is often one of the first things that goes when fatigue starts to set in. And on the flip side of that, when we consistently improve our grip strength, it usually coexists with other areas of the body getting stronger as well. They tend to go hand in hand. In the weight room, our hands are our connection to the bar. A stronger grip generates more tension. More tension is going to allow us to produce more strength. Whether it's the back squat, bench press, or deadlift, maximum tension allows for maximum strength. Hey, and if you want to get stronger, improving your grip strength is certainly going to help your cause. And out on the playing field, grip shows up everywhere. Let's take football. How about making a game-saving tackle? What about inside the trenches? We're talking about blocking an opponent or block destruction. Or how about ball security, holding on to the football? Having strong hands matters. So if grip strength shows up inside the weight room and out on the playing field, if it's something that has direct correlation with the improvement of our strength gains, and if it's something that performance coaches consistently test in, then it sounds like it might be pretty important. And if it's important, then we might want to improve on it. And that's what today's episode of Extra Work Wednesday is all about. How do we improve our grip strength? Now, there are tons of ways that we can improve our grip. And over the years, I've experimented on my fair share of them, using different exercise, using different implements and tools, trying to find ways to fit them within the workout, making it fun, making it engaging, making it competitive. But today, I'm gonna break it down into 3 simple categories for you. We got squeeze, pinch, and hold. I'm gonna show you 2 exercises that I like for each of those categories, and I'm gonna show you a bonus exercise that just might be the missing puzzle piece in terms of grip strength. I'm gonna break it all down for you right here, right now. 8th Street Gym, Extra Work Wednesday. Today's all about grip strength. Let's go. Hey, before we get into today's drills, I want to give a huge shout out to Once Upon a Coconut for powering this series and for hooking us up here in the 8th Street Gym. I know today there's a ton of sports drinks out there and it can get a little overwhelming, but coconut water has always been nature's very own sports drink. Once Upon a Coconut has figured out a way to put that into a can, and they absolutely nailed it. The flavors are all incredible. It's refreshing. I use it pre-workout, during my intra-workout, and even during my post-workout shake with my personal favorite, the chocolate version. Mix that with a little vanilla protein. I'm telling you, if you don't know, you better find out. It is awesome. If you're looking for a better way to stay hydrated, definitely check these guys out. Appreciate the love. The first category is all about squeeze. And it's pretty simple. We're grabbing onto something and actively trying to squeeze the hell out of it while we perform the movement. First exercise, we got thick rope bicep curl. We're gonna take a thick rope, a battle rope or a weighted jump rope, and we're gonna loop it through a kettlebell. You can also use a commenced fly bell. We're gonna grab both ends of the rope and perform our bicep curls. Now, I'm not just training my biceps here. I've got to continuously squeeze that thick rope throughout the whole movement. So I'm getting some extra arm work while challenging my grip at the same time. More bang for my buck. What's great about this exercise is that it fits perfectly as a finisher at the end of a workout. You got an extra 10 to 15 minutes. Who wouldn't want to hit their biceps and get grip work at the same time? For our second exercise, we got crush grip tricep extension or skull crushers. We want to use a heavy slam ball here, or a kettlebell works great. Check the hand position. Notice how I'm not holding on or grabbing a handle. It's not what crush grip is all about. It's gonna force us to squeeze the weight between our hands. That constant squeeze creates tension throughout the hands, wrists, and forearms while we're still getting that tricep work that we want. Superset this bad boy with your thick rope bicep curls, and you got some serious grip and some serious arm farm at the same time. For our second category, we're calling this pinch. Now, instead of wrapping my whole hand around the object, I'm relying much more on my fingertips and thumb to maintain control of that weight. For our first exercise in the pinch category, we got bumper plate shrugs. All we need is 2 bumper plates and we're in business. We want to grab the edges of those 2 bumper plates and perform our shrugs while maintaining that grip. See, the width of the bumper plate is what puts this exercise into the pinch category. Because the edge is so thick, I can't wrap my entire hand around it and use the palm of my hand like I could with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Instead, I gotta rely on my fingers and thumb to pinch that plate and maintain control of it throughout the entire set. Look, shrugs are simple. See, it ain't the shrug that gets us on this exercise. It's that pinch grip. It's gonna start to become the limiting factor the more reps we do. And that's gonna help us improve that grip strength in that forearm. We like about 10 to 15 reps. Try getting that pause at the top of each one. For our second exercise in the pinch category, we got plate sandwich switches. For this one, we wanna work with 3 plates. Ideally, it's those smaller metal plates that are smooth on the back side. We want that flat surface if possible. My fingers and thumb are only gonna be in contact with the first and last plate. That means I have to actively pinch those 2 outside plates together to keep that middle one from falling down. That middle plate is what makes this exercise a game changer. It elevates the difficulty, making sure we're not relaxed at any moment throughout the exercise. And all I'm doing for this exercise is under control at a nice tempo, simply switching that plate sandwich from hand to hand. I don't want to rush through this. I like 5 plate switches each hand, or about 30 seconds of work for this exercise. And for our third and final category, we're calling this one hold. And this section is all about being able to maintain our grip over time. See, it's one thing to be able to produce one hard squeeze. It's a whole other thing to be able to maintain that grip while we're hanging on to something or while we got to carry something. These exercises are all about challenging that ability to grab on, maintain tension, and not let go. And for our first exercise, we got a challenge. We got fat grip bar, yoga block, inverted row, iso hold for time. We want to position ourselves up for an inverted row. But here's the twist. We want to take a yoga block and place it on the top of our chest. Now, when we pull and get in position for that iso hold, we want to stick that yoga block onto that bar like glue and hold on for dear life. See, because we made that bar thicker, we've made it that much harder for our hands and forearms to maintain that position. This works great in any type of challenge scenario. Athletes competing, hey, what time did you get? What'd you get? Or I compete against myself and I try to beat my time week after week. For our second exercise in the hold category, we got chaos farmer's walk. See, this is your traditional farmer's walks or carries taken up to a whole nother level. For this exercise, we need 2 medium to heavy kettlebells, a couple resistance bands, and a pair of fat grips. We want to loop each resistance band through each open end of our kettlebell so the load is suspended underneath our hand. Then I want to secure the end of that band inside each fat grip. As we walk, that suspended weight starts bouncing, swinging, moving all over the place in different directions. That band creates random chaos underneath us. So that load never feels completely stable or predictable. Our grip has to constantly react and adjust to those changes while we're trying to maintain control and walk in a straight line. Then we're elevating that difficulty even more with the fat grips. That thicker handle prevents me from completely wrapping my hand around it, making it much harder to maintain my hold as we carry that weight. We got the unpredictable nature of that band, that chaos, and we got a difficult hold created by the fat grip. Now we're not just holding on to heavy weight and going for a walk. We're fighting to maintain our grip, control the chaos every single step. I like anywhere from 10 to 20 yards, 2 to 3 sets. And finally, we got our bonus exercise. And in my opinion, it might be the missing piece of the puzzle in terms of grip training and grip strength. We got our hand expansion exercise using the hand expand bands from my main man, Tony Morrow. Think about how much time we spend closing our hands and squeezing things. Even if we're not doing grip specific work, man, we're still holding on to the barbell, holding on to pull-ups, squeezing those dumbbells, trying to create tension in our hands. Our hands are constantly closing, squeezing, and holding. But how often do we train the opposite action? Throw a hand expand band on and aggressively spread those fingers apart. Think of it almost like the face pull for our hands. We're training the muscles responsible for opening the hand and getting work on the opposite side of everything we normally do in the weight room. Training that reverse action can help us build stronger, more balanced hands and forearms while giving some attention to the area that can easily get overlooked. See, everybody squeezes, everybody holds, everybody pinches. But if we can find ways to sneak in the opposite action, that's what can take our grip training to the next level. And for this hand expand work, I like anywhere from 25 to 50 total reps. And I want to break those reps up. Every 5 to 10 reps, I want to squeeze with my hands apart anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. So there you have it. 3 simple ways to categorize and organize your grip training. Now remember, grip training doesn't have to be its own separate workout. Every single one of these exercises shown in this video can easily work as a finisher, part of an arm farm session, or a cool challenge to do at the end of your workout. See, that's the whole idea behind Extra Work Wednesdays. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes. Pick a few of these exercises, hit 1 to 2 rounds, and stay consistent with it. We're taking something that can easily get overlooked, giving it a little extra attention, and getting better at it. Put the extra work in and build yourself a stronger grip. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned to the 8th Street Gym YouTube channel because there's a whole lot more where that came from. We got Extra Work Wednesday. It's all about grip strength, 8th Street Gym style. You're only as strong as your grip. You know that. Come on.
From the young to the wise, we all got drive. No excuses here. We're alive. We chase the grind, not the easy road. 8th Street.